Let's have a look now at changing our AutoCAD electrical report formats. We're staying in the Demo 16 project, and I'm in the schematic subfolder, and I've only got the one drawing open now, which is demo02.dwg, and it's a schematic drawing. So we'll be using the schematic panel in the Reports tab on the ribbon, and we'll be using this Reports icon here. So I click on Reports, and let's look at changing the formats. Now, each report has a name. So you've got Bill of Materials, Missing Bill of Materials, Components, From and To, Component Wire Lists, and so on. These are all of your different report formats that you can generate. Now, the benefit of all of them is you can do a report via project, active drawing, or you can actually just pick and report from specific components on a specific drawing, which is really useful. You might be in a schematic drawing and there's only certain components that you want to generate a report about, such as a component report and what those actual components are. Formatting, there is a lot to think about. So you can see when I go to the component report format here, I can do it via project or I can do it via active drawing. So if I do it via active drawing, I can then specify a category for that component report. I can do a one-line report, a one-line bus tap report, a hydraulic, pneumatic, or P&ID. I'm just going to stick with the regular schematic components in this case. Now, I've got various options available to me, and these options change from one report format to another. If I'm doing components, there's my options there. If I went for something like a connector summary, you'll see that there isn't any options there. A connector detail, again, no options. If I went for wire labels, again, no options there. But if I went active drawing all, again, no options. It varies from format to format. So let's go back to component again. And you can see that all these different settings are available to you. Use them to your advantage to rationalize your reports when you generate them out of AutoCAD Electrical. There's nothing worse than a report with loads of information on it that just isn't going to be used. Narrow down what you need in your report format. So, for example, I've got a component report format, and I want active drawing and schematic components only. I don't want cable markers, I don't want connectors. I don't even want the children components either. I just want the main parent components in a schematic report. It allows me to freshen the project database to give me the most current information, which is really, really useful. Now, if I click on Format here, though, what happens? I can select from report setting files listed below. Now, there aren't any at the moment. I could go and browse for some if there were some available, but there aren't any. All I'm using is the default settings for this schematic report. Installation codes I can set up, blank, quite often useful. And then I click on OK, and there's all the information. Now, you'll notice there isn't actually that many components in this specific drawing. You can see them there. So there's your format for your reports in AutoCAD Electrical.